Hey, salut.
Salut. So we are Friday night after work, just before a long weekend in Canada. So we're gonna have a lot of time to work this weekend. So right now we have like about an hour to decide what we're gonna do for this weekend, because a lot of things are going to depend on decision we take now. Yeah. We did the windows. We're ready to do the insulation and the walls, but before that, we want to know where the bump out that's gonna be here are on our for our head, yep, at our head level, where those bump outs are going to be, how high, etc., etc., because we need to make them before doing the insulation. So it's kind of like the last thing that we're missing. And in order to know how the bump out are going to be, we need to know how the bed frame with the slats are going to be fixed, yeah, in the van.
Yeah, so the solution we decided to go with is an Ikea bed frame that has slats embedded, because a key point for us on the bed was additional support and comfort. So we didn't want to have just a regular piece of wood underneath the mattress like you see on most conversions, because it can cause some mold problems, and we don't want that. Plus, we really value our sleep, especially on the road, so there's that. So in our 2 hour window that we have right now, we're gonna install, I guess, mount the bed frame from Ikea, try to see how it can fit on our existing framing, see how much height we can gain or lose using that system, and then we'll take it from here. This was pretty quick. We have installed 1 out of 2 panel frames. It's basically 2 frames like this one coming in together, this one and this one over here. We wanted to test first with this one to figure out the answer to our question, which was, do we want the bed frame to rely on the wood or come inside and do some kind of framing around? The main reason why we're deciding to have it inside, not on top, is because of the height. That way I think we can gain, what's this? I think that's about
3 or 4 inches.
2.5, 3 inches. So we'll be able to have almost 3 inches more of bed space. And second is that it's gonna be much nicer to look at, because when we're inside the van, all we're gonna see is, instead of having the bed on top of the frame like this, we're gonna have it inside, and this is gonna give it a much nicer look, and we'll have just the mattress that'll be showing over the frame, and that will look cool. So what we have to do in order to do that, they're a little too wide, too long, I guess, and so we have to cut a piece of wood here on each side. And to do that, the idea that Miriam had was to move this one from here to here, same thing at the other end, and we can reuse this screw right here, and we just have to move this one inside. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Let's do it. First time you're drilling in the van?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Let's see how you do.
Oh no, I'm gonna screw up now. Uh-oh. Ta-da!
Checkpoint of the day. It's almost lunch break. we have changed our support on the metal beams for the bed frame. This is what it looks like now. We had 1x4s before that I screwed maybe like a month ago, a couple of weeks ago. We changed it to a more solid one. We glued and screwed these 2x2s here. So these two are glued and screwed together, and we have this one that goes all the way from the 2x2 through the 1x4 through the metal. And so that's how this thing is not moving. Same thing on the other side. And now we just have to try and put the bed frame.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I think this was one of our most productive day so far in the build. We did the first part of the bed frame without the slats yet, so the bed frame is here.
But not fixed.
Not fixed, yeah, not attached yet, because we want to move it around for installation. We did a second bump out for Miriam's side of the bed. We're gonna show that in a minute. Miriam has done a wonderful job on the we still don't know what that's called. The tubes
for the cable,
where our cables, electrical cables, are gonna go. So they're gonna start from the garage where the solar is gonna be, well, the battery is gonna be. You can see one, don't know if you can see it, but there's one also over there. And all of these are marked and they tell us where they go. So there's one here, there's one all the way around here inside the metal ribs that goes underneath here,
where the fridge
right there, yeah,
will be.
Yeah, we're gonna have an outlet for the fridge.
And the big one here.
We have this one here. This is gonna be the solar controller, the control panel that goes right here, as you can read, solar control panel. And we still need more. We're also gonna try to figure out the actual name so we can know what to look for either on the internet or at Home Depot. And so, bed frame recap. We have this first piece of support here. We then have our Ikea bed frame without the slats yet. That's on top of it. Eventually we're gonna have some more support underneath, and this will be our heads. Do you want to explain the bump outs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so first we need to get under the bed in the garage and then back up, and there we go.
So the goal of the bump out, first, I think we already explained it maybe in other videos, but just to be sure, the goal is Tanguy can fit completely with weight if we don't have insulation at all. So in order to have still a bit of insulation, we decided to do that little solution here. That's gonna go approximately here, like that. So the mattress is going to arrive here. So it means that the cushion and everything will go here. Our head will be able to go as far as here when the rest of the wall is going to be at that level. So you see that we gain a few inches that at the end for Tanguy are pretty important. We decided to do two because I don't need one, but at the beginning we wanted to do just one at the end for his feet. But then I saw a picture of someone who did it with two like that, and it really looked like a bed head. It was pretty nice. So we decided that for an aesthetic need, we wanted two.
So there you go, that's our quick recap of the day. We need some more tubes, as we mentioned, and when we get the tubes and install them, next step is
insulation.
Insulation. I'm not ready for it, really. Like, we've been talking about it for months now, because every time we start thinking of doing something, at first it was the fan, then the windows, and the main thing is insulation. It's always what's in our way to move forward. Now we don't have any more excuses. This is next up on the list.
Insulation. Then ceiling,
yeah.
Then cabinets, then the kitchen. Woo!
Then we're on a roll.
All the walls to paint.
Yeah, pretty exciting. This is day one of that long weekend here in Canada. Tomorrow we're gonna get back to, well, the Home Depot parking lot.
Yeah.
Round up what we're doing, and then buy the insulation cans, the spray foam cans. And then Monday, Home Depot is gonna be closed, I guess, because it's a holiday. So Monday we'll be able to spend our day insulating, I guess.
Spray foaming.
Spray foaming. Yeah. So we'll pick you back tomorrow. In the meantime, we're gonna enjoy our day off as well. and get back home si fini là.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second day of the long weekend, back in the van, installing the bump outs, gluing them on the panel here, adding some support underneath, probably screwing them in this rib right here, in this stud, and then some more cables. We bought some more at Ikea because we couldn't find it anywhere else. So we'll use that for the remaining outlets and cables that we need to run around the van, and we'll buy the insulation.
Yep.
Let's get to it. So Miriam is finishing installing the tubes for the electrical. What she's doing is she's putting tape around it because this one actually opens up, it's split in half, and so that's good if you want to have cables coming out halfway, for example, but we don't. So we just want to make sure that it's not going to open up and have our cable loose inside the insulation, and then we can't get a hold of them. On another note, the bump outs are ready to be installed. So I've added 2 legs per bump out. So the way it works is you just pick it up, slide it in the pre-existing holes right here, and they're holding. You see, you will still have to glue them because obviously they fall off, but this allows us to like give some extra support underneath. I think put a nail bracket here and figure out something on the other side for support. It's gonna be glued all the way behind it. Same thing for the second one. So that's what's up next. I don't know if we'll ever remember to shoot outro videos. Hey, we're still new at this. Until then, yet another voiceover. We're happy with how the bump outs and the bed frame turned out. It really gives a nice, cozy feeling to our sleeping area. I mean, sure, it's gonna be harder to walk around the van now, as you can see obviously, but it's really worth it. It's gonna give us extra space to sleep comfortably. Till next time, you know what comes next. Michelle, take it away.